Hey guys, today is Friday. It's in the afternoon, about 8 o'clock in the evening. As you can see, I've got the fenders kind of just on there, bolted on a little bit. Got the front radiator core support just bolted on there. Anyways, I was going to show you. Got a pretty decent gap here. It's a little tight there. It's not quite 3/16. It gets a little wider as it goes down, but of course this door here is not going to close because it's basically touching the quarter panel there and down at the bottom, pretty close down to the bottom. Needs to come up. I think I can pull the door back a little bit back this way to get the 3/16 gap here. And I'm gonna have to end up cutting this quarter panel here, I'm pretty sure, because as we've seen from last time, the pillar, this what they call the B pillar, it did not move, and I have this gap here. The quarter panel, I'm assuming, needed to go back some more. Could never get it to go back when I was putting it on. Of course, this is a quarter panel from hell. If I would have pushed it back, it would not line up here, because I remember when I was putting it on, I pushed it back up against the pillar, and this piece here was sticking out past this trunk filler. Maybe the trunk filler also needed to come back with it. But anyway, it's where it's going to be. I mean, I'm not going to be able to take it off or move it anymore. And the reason I say the pillar didn't move is because I took a measurement from here down to here, and I come up with about 21 7/8, pretty close to 22. And so let me see if I can do this with the one hand. Anyway, alright, I just kind of took a ballpark measurement from there to there. Well, let's see if I can get it. Well, sorry guys about the camera movement there. Okay, that's about what I come up with on this side, 22. If anything, it came up 21 7/8, somewhere in there. So took it by taking the measurement on the other side. I've got 21 7/8. Just walking around this side, just kind of giving you guys a little update of where I'm at. It's a good idea to put the fenders on. I guess I should have done that. Should have done that a long time ago with the doors and the fenders, and then worked with the quarter panels. But like I said, I'm not experienced at doing this, and I just kind of went along as I thought I was, you know, going good, but run into a little problems. But there, anyway, that's 21 7/8 to the edge of this pillar here. So these pillars have not moved. When I close this door, this one is pretty good. Needs a little work, but it's a whole lot better than the other side. And then here's my fender. Push that in there, and got a pretty good gap on the door there all the way down. It needs to come in just a little bit when I go in lower, but I can push that in. It's not bolted at the bottom. Another thing, I don't know how you guys feel about shims, but I remember when I pulled these fenders off, there was shims there. I don't know which ones were there, how many, what. It's been so long ago when I pulled them off. It was, I mean, it's been 20 plus years ago. But I did save all the shims, and there's a bunch of those shims. Those over there are the transmission ones, those bigger ones, but there's a bunch of shims that the car had. So like everybody says, it was not perfect from the factory. It had shims. I don't know how you guys feel about having shims on a car that you're restoring, but I put one shim here because if I didn't put it in here, then this door fender goes in too far and does not line up with the door. Let's see. Yeah, if I leave that shim out, this part here stays in. Needs a little work on this fender. I'm gonna probably have to. That's another thing. Getting ahead of myself here. When I took this firewall apart here, the cowl and this here, I took this apart. Well, apparently when I put this piece back in here and welded it here, spot welded it, I think I pushed this piece down a little bit lower because this fender here will not line up with the bolt holes. I can get the bolts in there, but actually this fender needs to go down just a little bit, but it won't go down because the bolt is already hitting the hole there. So I may have to maybe make these holes bigger on this so it can go down just a little bit. It's not much. You're probably talking about a 1/16 of an inch or an eighth, maybe not even an eighth. But anyway, by welding this piece, I got ahead of myself again, and I shouldn't have welded it. I should have waited because I could have adjusted this to come up just a little bit. But it's already done and welded to the firewall. Another thing, I remember that it did have shims down here. I've got one in there. If I don't put that shim there, the panel will get closer to the door, and I like this gap that it has on it now. But if I take the shim out and put it up all the way against the firewall, then of course the gap will get closer. There again, I may be able to do away with the shim if once I unscrew the cowl up here and get this part to maybe come out just a little bit, and when I weld this cowl to this, kind of take this piece here and just pull it forward, and I can probably do away with the shim. I know I'm gonna have to do that over there on that side because I can show you on that side. That side is the most screwed up side, and I guess basically it's my fault, but I'm learning as I go along. Let's see, if I don't, of course the door's not bolted on, or it's loose with the bolts on the door are loose. But anyway, if I can take this door and pull it all the way back towards the quarter panel, get it to line up with the body lines, I come up with a pretty decent gap here. But as you notice, that's how far away I am from the fender mounting to the firewall. That's a pretty good gap there. I can almost stick my finger in there. That's going to be quite a bit of shim there. So what I'm thinking happened was that this panel here again, when I welded this back in, or I've got it screwed down to here, I think if I let the screws loose and there again pull this towards the front, then I may be able to close that gap. So there again, when I took all this apart, I got ahead of myself, didn't try out the fenders. I think that's basically what happened. But overall, it's not looking too bad. This side's going to need more work. I have not tried the hood on yet. I probably will do that. I'm not sure yet. I just wanted to kind of get an idea, like everybody said, put your fenders on and see where you're at. That was a good idea to do that. But yeah, I guess that's what you get when you take off all these panels and start messing, you know, drilling out spot welds and then not putting them back as I went along. I mean, I should have tried my fenders on before I welded this piece in. I never thought about this going in, maybe tilting back instead of forward. So, and also pushing this over there, I needed to come up just a hair up. But yeah, it's not as bad as I thought. Like I said, this side's going to be the worst. I don't see any other option than to cut that quarter panel, because when I pull that door back, as far as I can and line it up with my body lines. The door will not shut. It's hitting on the quarter panel. And another measurement real quick. See, going, I took this measurement from the pillar. See if I can get it on camera. From about right there. It's hard to do this with one hand. To there. Anyway, my measurement is exactly 48 inches from this corner, this body line, to this pillar. On the other side, it's a little bit over 48, probably 48 and a quarter or an eighth, and that's about what that needs to go back. Keep forgetting that fender's not bolted on the bottom. And let's see here if I can get it here. Hold on. About right there. It's right about 48 and 1/8 to the edge of that, from this point to the fender at this point. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and that's the update on that. And I'm glad you guys gave me a suggestion to put these fenders on, because I mean I thought about it, but I guess it, I figured I didn't need to. But anyway, it's a good idea, and also to try the hood on probably. I'm gonna go outside, and I've got the old hood outside. I'm just gonna take quick measurements from here to here to that other end to see what kind of measurement I'm getting. Alright guys, I thought I'd just give y'all a update on that. I kind of did this real quick, put the fenders on and trying to get some quick measurements there. So yeah, I guess I really messed up there, but I think it can be fixed. I mean, it's not a major deal, but it's not that where it can't be fixed. I mean, it's just going to take a little bit more work. And let me know what you guys think about shims on your panels. Alright guys, I'll let you guys go. I'm trying to upload this video today, and thanks again guys for all your suggestions and comments. The comments especially keep me going, and y'all help me out a lot by giving me suggestions and everything. So yeah, I'll try to upload this video tonight. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, and thanks for all the new subscribers.